Hey, what's up, wonderful people? This is Jay with 123 Go with Jay, and just want to welcome you all to the first episode of the rollout on my Ryker. This idea came to me several years ago, actually probably like within the first year of owning my Ryker 22 Sport, and the weather had gotten a little rainy outside, and I decided, I'm just gonna work out today, and I got a home weight room, so I'm in there working out, and I'm trying to find something to watch on the TV that's in the weight room, and suddenly it just kind of came to me. I started browsing through YouTube channels, and I stumbled into some other Ryker review videos, and in those videos, people were just riding along, and I just heard the engine noise and the wind noise and the throttle response, and I'm glancing up at the TV and I'm seeing these wonderful scenic environments, and I said, you know what, let me just keep watching this, especially on a day where I really want to go out and ride, but I can't. And so that's what inspired me to start this series of rollout videos. So for those of you who are shut in and you can't get out and you can't ride your Ryker because of the weather conditions, or maybe you just don't have the energy or the focus, but you just want to be connected to the road, go ahead and turn this volume up a little bit and listen to the 900cc engine as it just kind of rips around the corners and curves and straightaways, and you get some pretty cool and unique perspectives of rollout on the Ryker. So as you can see here, I'm actually not by myself. I'm joined by another fellow Ryker owner, my homeboy Alexis. And interesting story. So when I first bought my Ryker, I think I had it for about a year. And so I'm out riding one day, and just as I described a few minutes ago, the weather was not favorable. So I went out with a jacket on, and I didn't have my liner in, and got a little chilly as soon as I started riding. And so I had to make a choice. I was like, let me just go ahead and stop now and put on my liner while I'm just, in a church parking lot. And so I just stopped real quick, and as I put it on, another Ryker goes zipping by, and he immediately turned around after we kind of waved to each other, and he came back thinking that I was in distress, that I was having a mechanical issue, and I was just putting on my liner under my jacket. And so we hit it off, we connected, we decided to network and stay in touch, and fast forward, we've been on multiple rides together, and he's an enthusiast as well, and so we just decided to get out and just explore some of the back roads and just have a good time. So in this video, the two of us are just kind of zipping around on one of our favorite runs that we like to make in the Charlotte region. We're headed towards Lancaster, South Carolina, on some back roads. So from where we live near Monroe, North Carolina, it's only about maybe a 30-minute ride. So it's full of nice twists and turns, and I'm always looking for new ways to get to my destination. So this was actually our first time taking this particular route, and he loved it. He actually loved it as well. So at one point he flagged me down, and he said, man, let's turn around and go through those twisties one more time. So we actually reversed direction and went back through the twisties, and then turned around and continued through the twisties again. So we actually hit the same twisties 3 times within a matter of a few minutes. And it was just a really fun ride. It was really exhilarating. As you can see by the foliage and the trees, it was probably the fall of the year. So this was just a video I put together, and I'm using the Insta360 action camera, the X3 version if I'm not mistaken. So we're just riding along and just having a good time. And so I just love getting out on these back roads. That's probably the main reason why I bought my Ryker to begin with. Just even before I had a 3-wheel motorcycle or a trike, I would just do that in my car. I would just get out and just explore and check out the back roads and see where the roads led me. And so, you always find interesting things, and I'm a photographer, so it was always fun to find cool locations and environments to kind of pull the camera out and shoot. And some days I'd have my big cameras with me, other days I'd just use my phone, because as most photographers will say, once you put a camera in their hands, any camera's a good camera. So that's kind of my take on that. So I would get out there and just explore. And so when I finally did purchase my Ryker, this was one of the things I absolutely had to do. So yeah, I get out there and I just zip around, and I pretty much know all the back roads in my county at this point. So it's kind of nice because there's even been times where I've been in my car and I'm headed to a destination, and because I know the back roads, I kind of know a few shortcuts and I can avoid traffic and crazy traffic patterns and that sort of thing. So yeah, so the Ryker has kind of given me the best of that world as well, being able to kind of navigate the area that I live and also just be able to enjoy the roads. So as you can see here, we're in a nice little straightaway. So every blue moon, I'll, let it loose a little bit, let that engine make a little bit of noise, and then I'll slow it down and take my time in the curves and that sort of thing, and just enjoy everything. Something else that I really enjoy about the back road experience is that essentially the back roads kind of become a roller coaster. I'm not much of a risk taker or a thrill seeker for that matter, but at least I have an opportunity to go out and use some of the techniques that I learned in my 3-wheel safety course, and I'm able to just kind of treat the roads like a playground, but within safety, with regard to safety and keeping others in mind as well as myself. So I like to get out there and just roll around and just have a good time on the back roads. So yeah, so if you're in a position where you're not able to get out and ride today, go ahead and watch the video a second time, and there'll be more videos to come of these rollout episodes, and some will be me with other riders and some will just be riding solo. So I hope you all enjoy it. I hope that you get something from this video and that it just helps you pass the time while you can't be out there. I'm always gonna advocate for safety, so always make sure that you're riding safe. Make sure that you're staying sharp when you're out there on the road, and just being aware of your surroundings. And something that I'm really big on is I never account for someone else being able to see me. It's my job to see them and to be prepared for what they may or may not do on the roadway. So I just always encourage riders to not be so concerned with big bright lights and high visibility, and I've even heard conversations around loud pipes. I mean, that's probably the one exception I think I can make, is like the loud pipe scenario, because it is nice to be heard because most people will hear you before they see you, but it is still your job as a rider to be aware of what's taking place and always have multiple contingencies that are kind of going through your head as to how you would respond to an emergency situation. Again, because you can't count on the other person actually seeing you and accounting for your presence. So thanks for joining me on this particular episode. As you can see, it's nearing its end. We're out on the 4-lane highway or 2-lane highway, and we're just rolling out. Y'all be cool, stay safe, stay sharp, and continue to enjoy the ride.